Welcome on board then Varun Saboo from Anand Rathi Equities and understand what he's making of the market right now. Varun, hi, afternoon. Let's first pick up on the new age tech names, so to speak, and the kind of volatility that they have seen. Sure enough, recovered from those previous lows and almost doubled from there. But would you say they're out of the woods, and anything that you like particularly at the current valuations within this entire sector?
Yeah, so on the tech front, there is so much that is happening, right? That we are seeing. So one of the reasons why they had corrected that much was because we were seeing the crazy interest rate rising scenario, which was on where Nasdaq was collapsing because people were seeing stocks over there on DCF, and that's what reflected at in our tech stocks, in our high growth tech stocks also. What is happening is that fundamentally businesses are picking up, consumption patterns are changing, things are looking extremely up from all perspectives in our economy, and all of these companies eventually benefit from this. Plus, with the view that interest rates are kind of pausing and would start pivoting sometime, say if not now, in a quarter or two. These could be the names which could benefit on valuations as well. So, as such, also there's so much liquidity in stocks. These stocks had some value after the correction they've seen, and that's what you've seen. I don't see any reason for these to come off sharply. From here, they should kind of be market performers.
Varun, what do you like from this niche consumption space? Ethios, Saregama, Landmark, Sula, everyone's got a preference.
Uh, Tough one. I mean, we don't cover most of these names, so it's a tough one for me. But I'm very bullish on consumption as a theme overall. So any consumer item, it might be staples, it might be discretionary, it might be niche consumption, it might be anything. I'm extremely bullish on. So India is going to see a huge wave of consumption in the next 3 to 5 years, in my view. So anything you pick up in consumption will do exceptionally well. Yeah.
Stocks, that shouldn't be a problem for you. In the meantime, some of the buzzers today are from the pharma pack as well. So Lupin, of course, being one such case in point after they got the US FDA approval for generic Spiriva. They're the first generic player to actually get an approval for this blockbuster drug. And, the valuations, or rather the gross and net sales for the brand are pegged anywhere between about $1 billion to about 500 million as well. Apurva, just wanted to get your sense in on whether or not there's anything within pharma that you're eyeing right now, or for that matter, the larger healthcare or diagnostics universe. Varun, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yeah.
Yes. No, the same question to you, whether or not there's anything within healthcare, beaten down diagnostics, or for that matter, pharma, which on a case-to-case, news-by-news basis is seeing some amount of recovery.
So I had come last time also on the show, and I mentioned that I'm not a big fan of pharma companies at the current juncture. The only thing what is exciting here is the valuation. So what is happening is that any one positive news comes, like for the example you're seeing in Lupin, and Lupin has a lot of value in the stock. So that's where you see the reaction coming, where the stock the stock zooms up for that day, right? But I don't see any sustainable, any significant triggers to be there to keep to have any sustainable rally in this sector or in companies out here. I just met one of these companies in the last couple of days. I would say that if someone has to accumulate a name over here, I think Biocon is a good one to look at. Yeah.
Other than pharma, what are your other underweights then? Sans, of course, Biocon.
So we are not very bullish on banks also. So at this juncture, I think that banks would not outperform. Banks would probably consolidate or correct a bit from here, considering the fact that in an interest rate pivoting scenario, your margins start contracting for banks. So I think that is one space which we're not too excited about. And I mean, these are two spaces which we would kind of stay away from, but not much that I can stay away from, right? In a country where everything is going so right and markets look very promising to me. So apart from these two sectors, I think I'm pretty bullish overall.
That you say banks, would it also hold true for consensus names like an ICICI Bank or an IDFC too?
So ICICI Bank is in a different zone. It's one of the names which will keep compounding over the years, and it's a great franchise that's been built with a lot of processes being right. And you don't tend to see these names, but yeah, they will go through consolidation. There will be phases of consolidation which it will enter into. There can be a 5-7% correction here and there. But will these companies compound at 12, 13, 15% per annum from here for the next 5 years? It can, and it should, for the kind of franchise it is. Um, IDFC, you said IDFC, right? The other name? You mentioned IDFC?
Yes, that's right, Varun.
Yeah, so IDFC Bank, again, they've done exceptionally well. They're growing quite well. They've done the hard work, so things are reflecting in the way the stock has performed. But again, there's a value to everything, right? So in terms of valuations, the kind of re-rate it has seen, I think it is kind of fairly valued at this juncture, can be consolidating for a while over here. I would probably be betting more on names like an IndusInd Bank or a Bandhan Bank from here rather than so these are the two banks which are yet to that margin benefit to come in, because so these are the ones where the margin benefits are back-ended, and that's what will keep reflecting from here for the next few quarters. So I think IndusInd and Bandhan would be my preferred picks over here.
Okay, Varun, great to have you today on the show. We let you go on that note. In fact, just
Thank you
2
so
minutes
much.
left.